exposed to, and those people should be forewarned.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to a brand new Scared and Alone. It's been such a long time, and we are back, and we are coming to you live, the only paranormal live investigation show on the internet. And tonight, wow, we are going to be coming to you from the Vasilica, the Villisca Axe Murder House. And with us is the regular team coming us from the East Coast in his studio, already painting. It is with his new look. It's Richard Lil Lillard, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, Richard Lil?
Hello, I'm well, Dean. And speaking of new look, you got a haircut too.
I did, but I did not shave my head like you did, young sir. You look completely majestic, might I say.
Thank you. There are two reasons. There are two reasons that I shaved my head. One, I have incredibly dry skin and the winter always kills me. And number two, it's because when there is something magical that I need to change, Patty remembers me when I did Ghost Adventures. I had just shaved my head when I did Ghost Adventures. So when there's big change afoot, the hair goes.
Wow. I should put that on my t-shirt, actually. When there's big change afoot, the hair goes. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad you're aboard. It's great to see you again. Coming to us now, no longer from Key West, but in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Is that correct? It is here with David L. Sloan. David, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm a little creeped out about tonight. Yeah. When I was researching it, I've become nauseous every time that I start reading about it or reading about some of the things that happen. So
it is gruesome. It is a 100-year-old gruesome murder tale. We're going to get into it. You have left Key West. The fire station is now on its own as a museum. Is that correct?
No. I'm still in Key West right now. We're visiting family for my wife's 50th birthday.
Oh, I see.
So we're spending a little bit of time in Pittsburgh, but Key West will still be home.
Oh, fantastic.
I wouldn't leave the ghosts there alone.
And coming to us from the Hollywood Hills, it is our favorite, Patty Negri. How are you, Patty?
I am excellent. So happy to be back with you guys. It's been too long. I'm thrilled to be here. And I know nothing about this place. I kid my eyes when you guys send any information. I don't want to know anything about it. I want to be in the moment. So
fantastic.
I know nothing.
I also want to say that over at mysterycontrol.com, the merchandise that's selling, I am going to be buying Patty Power Panties.
Yes. Men and women skivvies that are magic. There's a spell in every pair.
I cannot wait to get my intuition pair happening. And of course, the bravest person in all of paranormal coming to us live from the house. It is Courtney Buckley, ladies and gentlemen. Courtney, how are you?
Listen, Dean, my face may look happy. I am absolutely terrified. But I have to say this. I am 36 years old. Mm-hmm. I have wanted to come here. This house has haunted me since I was 12. And I learned about it on TV. I watched it on some old Fox Family show. And it was whatever, the most haunted with the lady from Poltergeist and her weird voice. And the story of what happened here. Now, I usually go into these places blind. Obviously, this one I'm not going to. But the story of what happened here has haunted me. I babysat for a family down the street from me that night, and I was convinced that there was people hiding in the attic while I was babysitting, and I was scared. Oh my God. So this has been a dream of mine for that long, and to be able to be here, not just be here, but be here with you guys is probably one of the most meaningful experiences in my life. So it's going to be terrifying, but it's going to be worth it.
Fantastic. And you are traveling there because you were on a road trip with the Gigi from Paranormal XL. Gigi, welcome. Hi, can we hear you audibly? I don't think I can hear you. No, we don't have your audio. And we have somebody mystery coming behind you already. I should warn everybody who watches Scared Alone regularly that when we conjure the spirits, a lot of electronic things go south. My robot vacuum will often go and start vacuuming in the middle of a show. All of us have had electronic problems with our computers going south, various things. So this is a caveat before we start that we are not responsible for burning your batteries, ruining your monitors, or making your robot vacuums be possessed, shall we say, like mine is. So I just give that up right now. Courtney, let's have a little background. David Sloan, let's talk about this Villisca murder house. This was a murder of 8 people, still unsolved to this day. Is that correct?
Yeah, and it goes back to 1912, and Villisca in Iowa. It's a railroad town, about 2,000 people. So yeah, you have to understand this is a very, very tight community. One where people wouldn't necessarily lock their doors and things like that. And it didn't work out well for the Moore family that night. There were the parents, their children. They had a couple of guests that were staying over because there had been a church service that night. And the family of these other ones said, hey, we want them to attend the church service. We're a couple miles away. Can they spend the night with you? Well, they went home and they had a meal. They go to sleep. None of them ever got out of bed.
Right.
Brutal murders, axe murders, but not in the way you'd think someone would murder you with an axe. Whoever did this knew that if you hit somebody with the sharp blade of the axe, it's going to get lodged in them and make it tough to hit them again. So these people were brutally beaten with the other side of the axe as they slept. And with what the coroners say, who's to say in 1912, they didn't know exactly, but they said some of them might have awakened just before they were murdered. Others never even knew that it was coming, but they were horribly, horribly disfigured. Their faces were beaten in.
And then none of the neighbors heard the screaming or anything. Nobody discovered this till 5, 6 in the morning the next day.
Nobody heard any screams. It was when the father didn't show up at work, somebody became suspicious and they contacted a family member, and somebody went over there. And I think they notified the sheriff first, but when the first person came out, there was a crowd gathering, and they said, none of you want to go in there because I promise you, your lives will never be the same again if you have to see what's in there.
Wow, creepy. And if I know some of the details, there was an uneaten plate of food. There was a pan of bloody water that maybe somebody cleaned themselves with. There was also a wrapped side of bacon hanging in one of the rooms.
There were a lot of strange things. And the person who did this was never found out. There's a lot of suspects, and there's convincing evidence on multiple suspects. But the truth is nobody knows. And a lot of people to this day, a lot of investigators are trying to find out who it is, and they're using modern day techniques. A lot of evidence was lost, but there are certain things. So some people say, hey, serial killer. There are a string of murders that happen in a similar way along the railroad tracks. There's rivals in town. Who they say that the father, that Mr. Moore, might have been having an affair with the daughter of who he used to work with. So that's another suspect. There's a preacher who's a suspect. It's some crazy stuff. And then when you hear about the crime scene, the murderer didn't just do this and leave. I mean, he covered the faces of his victims. He covered he covered the windows. He covered the mirrors. And it appears that he had some different strange rituals.
Wow.
And
now you're there live, Courtney. Tell us what room you're in right now.
Listen, I was like kind of fine a minute ago, but listening to David retell the facts like that, like I feel like I'm gonna need to call the police. So I'm in the downstairs bedroom where the Salinger girls were.
Oh yeah. So these were the guests. The Salinger girls were
Yeah.
not part of the Moore family. These were the two that didn't want to walk home that night and stayed with them. And they
and
stayed
there's
in
a
this
mirror.
room.
There's a mirror right here, and
Wait.
it's covered still. As you can see, all the mirrors in the house are still covered.
Wow.
Courtney.
Richard Lill?
Yes. I don't know, this house it's well known. I knew about the murders. I don't know anything really about what happened there, but I was telling Rob and Christine prior to the show is that there is a little girl that makes an appearance. I don't know how old she's about 8, 9, I don't know. And she there's a tall chest of drawers, and she will go over to that chest of drawers and she puts her head down on it and she looks in that mirror and she would play with, it looks like there's a brush and like talc powder and like there's toiletries on this mirror. I mean, in front of this mirror, and she'll go over and she'll put her head down on it and she'll look in the mirror, and it's very quick. And then the next thing I know is that I see someone entering the room and she startles awake and then it goes black. Like it just goes out. So she has been haunting me since we've been told that we were coming here. So,
wow.
Richard Lyle, can I ask you, can I give you a few names and tell me if one of them stands out?
sure.
Catherine, Lena, Ina.
It's funny because they all sound familiar, but I think the Ina comes to me the strongest. But I don't.
That's the room where Ina was murdered. Courtney, do you want to lift up uncover the mirror and sit down like that and look into it?
Well, no, but I will. What I thought was actually interesting before I do that is, even though the mirror is covered, there is a portion of it right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I see that.
There's a portion of it right there that's uncovered. So it's like just high enough that if you sat here, I just felt like something just tugged on my shirt.
What?
Like a little girl would have.
Like behind me, like near the back pocket of my pants.
Pulling you to sit down.
Okay.
They might be able to get energy from you.
Okay. There's nowhere really to sit that's close enough to this, but hold on.
Can you kneel down in front of the mirror?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, just bend over and put your hand, like rest your head and look into the mirror like she did.
I'm just gonna set my camera up.
It was bright outside though when she did it.
So let me put my light near the window then.
Okay.
Can you guys still see everything?
Yeah. Very clearly.
Oh, good. Hymns for the Family of God is the book right here. Oh, God. I don't like this. I feel very vulnerable right now.
I bet. And what do you see in the mirror?
I can't even see my own face.
The angle's wrong?
No, I'm looking directly at my face, but it's like blank.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name's Courtney. I am not here to bother you or hurt you. I'm here to communicate with you. If you want to play, we have toys. I'm here to be your friend.
Patty, what are you sensing? Oh, we don't have audio, Patty. Patty, we can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I am feeling pressure on the back. That's why you couldn't hear me. I'm feeling pressure on the back of my head. Courtney,
Pressure?
Are you feeling somebody reaching to the back of your head almost?
I feel like someone's behind me.
Yeah, they are. And they're like reaching towards the back of your head, like to touch your hat kind of, but squish it a little. Like,
You can play with my hair. Can you flick my ponytail?
What is actually behind you, Courtney?
There's a ball and a car. Ugh. Oh, my knee just messed me up.
Yeah, Matthew's feeling that too, and he's an intuitive. There's something that's reaching for the back of your hair or the back of your head very strongly.
I get a feeling these kids don't want to play. I feel like
Now, Courtney, did you bring those interactive toys that light up?
I did. Yep. Give me 1 second.
Oh, what happened to your feed? You're suddenly slow motion. That's weird. Is anybody else seeing that?
Yeah.
Am I back on yet?
Yeah, it's still a little choppy on my end. I don't know how everyone else is seeing it.
Copy. Dark.
No.
I feel like the deeper into this room I go, the less my service works. Even though it looks like it's the same. But this happened earlier because I was sitting on the bed waiting for the show to start. And then all of a sudden it wasn't working. So I had to go out to like start it in the living room.
And so your signal's far away?
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
No, my signal's the same, but it just, like, the deeper into the room I go, it's not a very large room. But, like, the closer towards the bed that I go, the less my camera seems to work.
Wow. Okay.
Tabitha Meadows is a girl sitting right beside the chest, and she's holding on to her legs.
Right, so
yeah, Matthew sees a little girl with dark. People are seeing a little girl with dark hair, black shoes, and a ruffly dress.
And they're on the bed behind Courtney?
Beside the chest is where.
So, what if I sit on the floor?
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Now, Haley Cassiano is asking, were the mirrors always covered? The mirrors were covered by the murderer after he did this. And there's different forensic people who think that that's him believing that the spirits could see him and trying to stop them from looking at what he had done. Mirror scrying goes back a long time. People used to cover mirrors at night because they believed that spirits would travel through the mirrors as they slept.
But when I was there 15 years ago, the mirrors weren't covered. So I think that might be just tying in from the history to the present day.
I wonder if they started doing that after the ghost hunter there tried to stab himself in the heart.
Now
so that was also in this room.
That was that room.
Yeah.
So this was a 2014 ghost hunter, long after I'd been there, and he and his parents, if I'm recalling the story right, went to ghost hunt, and when they woke up, he had a knife in his chest, self-inflicted, it seemed. Weirdly, oddly, no explanation how it happened, and the parents didn't hear a thing. Gigi, do you recall this story?
Yes, I actually delved in pretty deep on that just because it was super intriguing. It was a within our lifetime type of thing. So it was with his parents. He went in there. Now the story goes with that room, people that walk into that room feel really heavy. Like there's just this heaviness. I don't want to say maybe anger, like anger toward other people, but anger toward yourself. And they say that people will get angry when they go in there. Our guide earlier said the same thing. And I've read other accounts that validate that. So I would say that's what happened to him. He probably spent too much time in that room. And even in some of the comments and such that are left in the house from other investigators, they claim the same thing. They're only good for about 10, 15 minutes in that room, and they're having all sorts of dark thoughts.
Wow. And so to stab a large knife into one's sternum requires a lot of energy.
Yes.
Anger and otherwise. Mm-hmm. Oh, Courtney, what's that glowing there? Is that the toy that you put out?
That's my K2.
That's your K2.
Mm-hmm. I feel like someone is sitting next to me right now, but I'm getting chills even just saying this. It feels like we have to sit parallel to each other. We can't look at each other. And I don't know what that means or why, but like we're not supposed to look or communicate directly to each other.
Wow. Patty, is that a thing? Is that an energetic issue?
Well, it can be, because the eyes, as they always say, are the windows to the soul, and you see truth through the eyes, where you could lie with your mouth and you could lie with your looks and everything. You can't lie with your eyes, and there's power in the eyes, just like, so it certainly could be you're just getting that either warning or notice.
And Courtney, where are you sitting right now? Because
Oh my God.
You're on the bed?
Did you hear that?
I thought I heard a dog bark.
That was something moving in the other room.
Oh.
You should check it out.
I am frozen in fear. Okay.
Somebody's
It
daring.
was right inside. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm afraid to move.
Somebody's daring you to look under the bed.
No, I'm not looking under the bed.
Under the bed.
Courtney, look under the bed.
I'm not
with
looking under the bed.
Courtney,
Yes.
take 3 breaths. Take 3 breaths.
No, I
into
can't.
those-
I'm on the floor. I'm very vulnerable right now.
Okay. Look
Okay,
under
hold
the
on.
bed. Pick
Let
up
me
the
just
corner.
get you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I'm sitting facing the bed. So this is what I'm looking at. Okay.
Oh my God.
But this is the door to the parlor area.
Yeah.
And something moved loudly right here.
So can I say something?
Yes, please do.
I'm sitting outside by the barn. The barn's behind me. So I've been looking over to my right. In court, in the pantry that's there.
Yeah.
On the set, like the small pantry. So I've been watching that curtain move.
No.
What?
Yes.
Like
So,
a
but
breeze?
I wanted to wait. No, it's so hot in there. There is no form
We turned
of
everything off.
movement of air in that house. Like, it's very stagnant in that house. We did that on purpose. But yeah, so I'm sitting outside. I'm like by the back. I have my computer because my phone wasn't working. So I see if I can try to show you guys.
Courtney, can you go out?
Yeah.
Because after all these people were murdered, you're in the final room where he murdered people. And then it seems like he stayed around for a while covering their faces. But then they found, and I'm not sure if this is the same area, but it sounds like it, they found a slab of bacon that had been in the ice box. And we don't know if that's, my thought was, oh, maybe he put that on his hand because his hand had been so messed up from swinging the axe so hard to murder them. But this guy spent a lot of time there. Maybe he doesn't like you getting too close to what's happening.
Oh my God. Oh
Yep.
no.
So before I move anywhere, like I need this to be said because I trust all of you to protect me energetically as I'm protecting myself.
Yeah.
We were told today that there is something very, very dark in this house.
Yeah.
And that it may or may not have been here before, but it's certainly still here now. And it's overwhelming. Like I'm feeling like oppressive energy right now.
Be careful in the comments. They're saying this guy keeps returning to the scene over and over. There's a man with a mustache coming forward.
Oh my gosh. Richard Lill, you were about to say something?
It has been here for a long time. The funny thing about this house, from what I see, I only know the basics. I don't know. However, there feels to be a Native American spirit, and then there is something that is never been human. There's an energy that feels like it feels like the Mothman almost. It feels like
No.
It'll be a fun night.
I am so scared right now.
He lurks. It lurks. It has red eyes, and and where the
we gotta
killer
sleep in there.
comes and goes, the killer comes and goes. He was not acting alone. There were spirits that had possessed him. It feels like family, but it feels like there was a spirit that invaded his body, and that's That's what I'm seeing.
Wow.
The red eyes.
Richard Boyle, I just want to tell you, I don't think a lot of people know this, but the name Villisca, when it was named, the founder of the town said that it was a Native American term that meant like I think it was like it meant like beautiful vista or something like that.
Mm.
The reality is it means something. I don't recall the exact words, but it's something along the lines of evil place.
Wow.
Oh, good God.
Wow.
And with what you're
Okay.
saying, it ties directly into that. And there is a theory that there's a certain evil that lurks in that area.
It's an ancient evil, and it is evil. And the funny thing is that it's yes, this house is famous for that murder, and yes, everyone around is pretty peaceful, and I'm sure crime is low in the area. I'm sure of all of these things. However, there's a lot of people will get angry, and there's a lot of, even now, neighbors will find themselves getting angry and they don't know why, and it floats like a mist.
Whoa.
Down from there's water that flows near there. I don't know anything about the house, but there feels like there's water nearby.
Yeah.
And it feels like this mist flows through that water, and it goes into each house. It sort of centers there, but it floats like a mist that others can actually see.
Wow. Look at your meter going off on that too.
No, it's not even funny because oh God, I can't make words. In the time that I spent like out in the kitchen or out in the parlor or whatever, I almost didn't want to make eye contact with this room. That's how uncomfortable I was with it. And now I'm terrified to leave it.
And this is the parlor, or are you still in the bedroom?
No, I'm still in the bedroom. I haven't moved yet.
You
Courtney,
haven't moved.
I want you to be really careful because listen to what you're saying. Eye contact's come up a few times. And after these people were murdered, their faces were bludgeoned to death.
Oh, no.
Because there's something where he didn't want them seeing him. Think about it. Covering up the mirrors, covering up the windows. He was afraid of their spirits making eye contact with him or her and seeing what they did. So be aware that your thoughts like this could be part of that energy. So be very, very careful.
I feel like I could cry and be sick at the same time.
It's okay, cry, because that means you're in the moment. What I'm getting is it wants to like take you over and like make you kind of numb, like spacey about it. Are you feeling that at all? You don't want to lose your senses about you. But it wants you to take away your senses.
So we were told today that when people spend too long in here, that's exactly what happens to them. Okay. And that you need to like go outside and take a second, pull yourself back together before you go back in, or else that's exactly what happens, is that this entity, this energy is going to take over.
Oh my gosh. So
can you lay down on the floor for a second and play dead? Maybe they'll leave you alone for a minute if you pretend you're dead.
David, I know where you live now, and it is not too far away from
me. I think it's an interesting experiment to see.
I agree with David Elstone on that.
Play dead if they leave you alone.
Hold on. It is so sweltering hot in this house. I just breathed and saw my own breath in front of me.
Well, that wouldn't make it sweltering hot. It'd make it really
I know.
Cold.
Try laying down on the floor.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
in the
that'll
parlor
help.
now. You want me to lay down in the parlor? This is where the noise happened. I'm literally gonna die. Something's gonna kill me.
What happens if you close your eyes? Just a second.
Oh my God. I don't like that. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
Give it a shot.
I feel like I'm playing red light, green light.
Okay.
I just heard something in the kitchen. Look.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's almost like I close my eyes, I can feel something like creeping towards me.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't, doesn't want the eyes. Your eyes are your protection.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Don't blink.
I'm gonna gouge my own eyes out and roll them around.
Wow, look at that. So point the light, if you can, where the noise came from, where you heard it in the bedroom. Now that you're in the parlor.
Okay, so I'm in the parlor now. My K2 is going nuts.
Yeah, give us just a little sense of this
So
room.
I heard it over here.
At that
Hold on.
chair.
It didn't sound, it sounded like something fell, but there's nothing on the ground that wasn't here before. Or like furniture moved.
Try pushing that chair, see if it makes the same.
Yeah, no, the chair's rocking. It's not making any sound. It was like a clattering almost.
Oh my gosh. And that's the front door.
Yeah. So this is not.
Ask them to show you where they are.
What?
Ask them to show you where they are. Ask them to move something.
Oh my God. Okay. Can you show me where you are? Move something and show me where you are. Make a sound. I'm shaking
Tell
so
them
hard.
you can see their face. Tell them you can see their eyes and that they're disgusting.
Oh my God. Here's the thing about that, David. And this is something that I think need to talk about before we do it. Upstairs, we were told that upstairs in the attic sometimes is where people interact with this particular spirit, who I very much feel is down here with me now. But yes, women especially, it does not, it responds, it provokes a response when women confront it.
Oh.
So I know on this show, I've taken a stance. I don't like to provoke, but we were told, we were encouraged today to confront it.
In that particular room.
Right.
Not like throughout the whole house.
Okay.
But if it's down here with me now, I could try. But what do you guys think? I don't know if that's safe.
Let's confront it where they suggest confronting it, because we've got a few names of suspects, and it would be interesting to try to find out if we can get a reaction out of one of them that might help actually lead us to lean one way or another as to who's actually responsible for this. Are you comfortable laying down on the floor?
Yeah, my K2 is calming down.
I think we confront them upstairs.
Yeah, because saying something like that with the eyes, when we're feeling that they feel this way about their eyes, that felt a little confrontational to me. And if we're gonna do that, I'd rather save it for there.
I'm curious if Richard, Lael, or Patty picks up on the children around there, if they need any assistance from us, any of the young ones who are advanced.
Oh my
Richard,
God.
Lael?
Well, the one girl, like I said, she's been haunting me forever, and she just feels like I shouldn't be here. Like, that's what she keeps telling me. And then it's funny because she tells me something about.
God.
What, Courtney?
Something moved.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh. Did anybody hear that on their monitors, or is that just me?
I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
What was?
Sound like something moving.
Yeah, like a
chair.
Yeah, like a wood on wood, like not scratching, but more like a tapping. Or walking.
Or shuffling, as someone said, like walking or shuffling. What I give the children is that there are children, like Richard Lael said, but one of them that's like disguising as a children isn't.
Yeah.
Disguising as a children.
As a child, yeah.
Oh.
A lot of times dark entities will pretend to be children so they appear more innocent and can get in.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Watch
my gosh.
that.
Gigi, was there any history? Do we know anybody disguising themselves as a child Would that make sense as
I'd say not anything that's been human form. I mean, there hasn't been any, I guess, record of that or story of that.
Yeah, it's something that the non-human entity that is definitively there, that, like Richard Lale said, has never been human.
Right.
It will shapeshift itself in almost this coy, enticing child. Like, help me.
Courtney, what are you feeling? Look at your K2 is still rocking it.
Is that who was sitting next to me, not letting me look in their eyes?
There's a woman on the ground with you. That's
good God.
Comments. I think that's from Haley.
Do you see anything?
So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking under this chair. Can you guys see that?
Not really. I see two light brown. Oh, there. Yeah, I see a rocking chair.
I saw movement under the leg of the chair.
Oh my gosh. Directly there. Did the chair move?
No, it was something underneath. But there's obviously nothing under there.
I'd like to point out that everybody watching is also our paranormal investigators. We all require your eyes. Turn up your monitors. Turn up your speakers. We are requiring everybody to be all hands on.
And comments coming through. Tabitha says, I feel like that little girl changes. Haley said, I just heard an aha. Who said that? Oh, God. Cricket Queen of the Shadows says, you are its prey, Courtney.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Her face is in your face. She wants to know why you're not like her.
I don't like that at all. Get out of my face.
Yeah. What? Why are you not like her? What do you mean? What does that mean?
That sounds like a trick.
Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, not,
Not that open.
Yeah, just don't close your eyes or go to bed.
Oh, great, Gigi.
I know. We agreed no sleeping at Villisca, so.
Yeah, we might,
Here we
I
are.
like, remember we said we were going to leave at like 6. Maybe we leave at like 10. I don't know.
Can you ask Lena and Ina to help protect you? Those are the two girls who were killed downstairs.
Lena, Ina, please help me. Keep me safe.
I think it's trying to get you to go up in the attic room.
It's definitely trying to get you to go up
Yeah.
there.
Are we going to change rooms? I mean, that energy is, your K2 meter is still peaking.
Because they got some interesting items up there too that I think it needs.
What I need, I think, before I try to go up there, because I feel like I'm going to pass out genuinely with fear, is I'm thinking back to what was told to us today. Before I go up there, to be safe, I feel like I need to take like 30 seconds and like breathe some fresh air.
Sure. Richard Lell, do you want to take us through a breathing exercise like we do at the end?
I think that she needs to go outside.
No, yeah, I need to go outside.
Okay.
Courtney, go outside and we'll do a breathing exercise outside. We want you safe. Yes, this is fun. Yes, this is great. But you're the one that's there. You're the one that needs to take care of your body.
And I am the first person who wanted to come here. This has been my dream to come here. And I feel so incredibly unsafe right now. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And Tabitha just said it doesn't matter where you go. They're just following you around.
Wow.
It's especially that mist that I was telling you about with the red eyes, that thing that's not human.
Right. That goes through that town in Iowa. That's terrible. While she goes outside, Richard Lell, let's take a look at your painting that you're working on. Look at that.
Wow.
That is fantastic. Have you seen this house before?
No, but I did look up the image so that I would know what it would look like, because I wanted to be an accurate representation. But I'm just doing the house itself in the night where it sort of turned into a violent place. There's going to be more to it, but that's going to be a surprise.
Fantastic. Even the epic background, the mist that you're describing, You've already created that. This thing seems like it's just coming out of a fog of some sort.
It's the mist, and it's ancient. Even the natives knew about it, and like David said, it's the natives knew that it was here, and they called it unpleasant for a reason. They had respect for it. They would come here. They would stay here during the daylight. This is not a place that the natives would go in the night.
Wow. And yet here we are. Courtney, are you outside now?
Yeah, I'm contemplating every life choice that led me here. genuinely, like in all the times that we've done this, I have never been so, I feel like I'm like running into a brick wall, like to go upstairs. It's so frightening.
Okay, well, let's do, Richard, take us through a breathing exercise. Just normally we save this at the end, but let's do
That's
it
okay.
now.
We can do it so many times. It's
Yeah.
okay. There's nothing wrong taking cleansing breaths. What you want to do is just relax the mind. You want to make your this part as wide as you possibly can. Relieve all of that tension. 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Be very consistent. So in through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Fantastic.
I think
Well,
we were all doing it with you. Everybody
Yeah.
in the chat room, all of us.
We were.
Breathing.
It'd be
Okay.
silly not to. I mean, this is a very tense show. And
Listen.
as always, we are all, as we say we're scared alone, but we are connected in fear at the moment. And so, Courtney, you are still outside. Are you ready to go back in?
Here's the thing. Yes. But I think I need to say this out loud because I feel like saying these things out loud gives me power over it instead of it power over me. I think what's throwing me is the fact that there are no lights on. There are not no lights on. There are no lights in this house.
Right.
So I can't save myself by turning on the light. I am genuinely serious about this. I have never been more scared on an episode, and there's been some rough ones, and I have not been as scared as I am to go into anywhere by myself than I am right now. So I'm going to say this. If my camera cuts out or anything happens, Gigi, you need to come in and get me out. I'm just going to melt into a puddle, scream, and cover my face. And I need you to come in and get me out.
Gigi of the Paranormal XL podcast is sitting in the barn.
Right outside the barn. Yep.
You're right outside the barn. So you are a mere 50 feet away from the house?
Yes.
So you're ready to come in and rescue.
I am. I put a walkie-talkie in the house just in case.
It's in my pocket.
Did.
Got it? Okay, good.
Oh, fantastic. Because the house is actually, it was restored in the 1990s, but it was restored back to the historic 1912. So there is no electricity in there. It is only oil lamps. There is no, if I recall, there's not even indoor plumbing there. Is that right?
No, the bathroom is out here in the shed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
and the oil lamps play into the story. You know, it's really interesting because the investigators found that he went inside, he took an oil lamp and he took the globe off of it, and then he folded the wick down in half and lit it so that it was really dimly lit. And that's what makes them think that this might have been a serial killer. There were 2 other places along the railroad tracks in other towns around the similar time where they found oil lamps in a similar fashion. So imagine
that train.
Yeah, you hear the train now.
And there was one family who was actually saved when the globe of the oil lamp fell over, but they found the globe underneath the bed of the stairs.
Wow. So theoretically, the serial killer traveled the rails, stopping at random towns, murdering people in the night, and getting back on a morning train, getting out of town before anybody saw him as a suspect.
I'm about to get out on a train and leave town. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Courtney, I usually love sending you into the the precarious situations. I'm really worried for you here.
I genuinely, like, I'm the one that wanted to come here, and
Yeah,
I
you were
don't want to
excited.
be here anymore.
Well, the second floor
Okay.
is the scarier of the two, as I recall.
I thought so until I was down here alone.
Tabitha's
Wait.
asking, did he pose the dead? She keeps seeing him posing the bodies. And
Wow.
I want to say
they were
there's been
posed.
stories that they were posed a certain way, the children.
Right. Yes,
Now,
their
whether
bodies
whether
hanging
that's
off the
true or
mattress.
not, yes.
Very
All right,
bizarre.
Courtney, it's all you.
I want to carry the least amount of things with me because carrying the back, I feel so vulnerable. I need to empower myself. So I'm going to bring my K2 meter, as many lights as I can carry. And what else? That's it?
That's it. What else do you need?
My toys? Do I need my toys?
Yeah,
I don't
bring
need
your toys.
oh my
So,
God.
all the kids were downstairs, weren't they? And just the parents were upstairs?
No.
Two of the kids were downstairs.
Two were downstairs, yeah.
Ina and Lena Stillinger.
Right. We're downstairs, and then the 4 more kids were upstairs.
I just found what made the noise.
What?
I don't think you're going to believe this. I'm dead serious. Okay. Do you guys see that bag on the floor?
Yeah.
So I'm in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
That bag contains food that I brought so that I could sit at this kitchen table at the end of the show and have a meal.
Right.
That bag was on this table right here.
And the killer had a meal after he killed
The
him.
killer had a meal that he uneaten. There was a plate of food untouched and a pan of water that was full of blood. Theoretically, he washed his hand and he was going to dine and chose not to, and now your food is under the table.
Literally, I heard something fall. I thought it came from in there, and it didn't. It came from in here.
Oh my God.
Right? Like,
Okay.
look over here. So that's where I thought it came from, right there. The stairs, you can see the stairs.
Yeah.
I thought it came from in there.
Yeah.
But it came from in here. This was on the table.
And that's your food down there. And that's kind of.
Can you see my camera shaking? Because that's how hard I'm shaking right now.
Yes, we can see it.
Pick it up off the floor. Pick it up off the floor. Don't leave it on the floor.
Don't leave it on the floor. Yes, both unsanitary and psychic.
Yeah, like I'm gonna eat it now.
Well, we'll save it for later. But why don't we head up the stairs?
How are your emotions, Courtney?
I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I feel visceral fear. I don't know what I'm going to see when I walk up the stairs. I feel vulnerable. I keep saying that word, and I don't think, like, I feel like, I think that I'm physically vulnerable, but really I'm picking up on the feeling of vulnerability. But it's overwhelming and think about.
Okay. Well,
something spooked him. He ran. He's going to make you angry. He wants to squeeze you. No, he heard the train and left abruptly. Oh, this is interesting. Let us know if you start feeling angry about anything.
I think I'm starting to sound angry.
Well, you don't sound angry. You sound more terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
and I'm feeling chest pressure. So watch that you're not feeling chest pressure. Keep the slow, even breath.
Like a heart attack, Patty, maybe? Because
you're not going to have a heart attack, but you might get a little agitated on that. Right?
Yeah, I don't know about not having a heart attack because I think it's happening. What does it feel like? Because
well, your blood pressure rises, and there's a series of symptoms.
I'm feeling it.
If your left arm
I just heard stuff.
give us a call. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Careful on the stairs. Careful on the stairs.
Yes, the stairs are narrow, and if I recall, they curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
this was where the more family went up, and they slept directly across at the top of the stairs. Their bed is still there, and they were the first to be murdered, theoretically.
And there's also a hatchet mark in the wall.
Yes, across from where it's thought.
What is that sound?
What's that sound?
What's that?
I don't know. It sounds like you're in a bowling alley.
And you got the comment. Somebody said it out. He just yelled at you to get out, or he just said out.
Static.
Static. Yeah. What is that? Who's got that audio? Are we all hearing that?
We hear it.
I hear it.
Where's that coming from?
Somebody sees the girls.
I don't know. It is super quiet out here. It's quiet. Like there's no cars. It's very still out here right now.
Okay, this is part of the weird. What we say happens electronically for all of us.
I think it's time to do some EVP, to ask him questions.
Yeah, this sounds like that when the radio station goes about and you get a voice coming out, right? What's that called again?
Ooh.
Ooh, everybody turn up your monitors. Somebody start recording this.
I just heard a voice. Did you hear that?
Yes.
There.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Tell us your name.
Who are you?
Tell us what you want to do to Courtney.
Oh. Courtney, tell them they're going upstairs.
Tell them to announce their name and it'll set them free.
Ask them a name.
What's your name? Who are you?
I heard that.
Why is it getting louder?
It's getting louder.
It is.
Ask him why he killed them.
Why did you kill them?
Ask what event happened in their life that made them want to do that.
What happened to you to make you do that to somebody else?
Okay, our producers are saying that's definitely coming from Gigi's microphone. Gigi, that's coming from your mic. Are you sensing anything around you?
No, just getting chilly. I just keep staring at the house. I'm like looking for things in the windows.
The spirit boxes work on a similar thing where the white noise can create it where it makes it easier for spirits to communicate. So whether this interference is human or something else, it's a great opportunity to try to communicate with spirits. And I hope people who are recording this will review this and see what some of those voices say.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely heard voices in that, and no one was talking.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like a
I'm
spirit
hoping
box.
somebody recorded this and then we can extract that.
Like, look at this is a hard red right now.
I know.
How's your left hand? How's your left hand?
My left hand is holding the K2.
Is it hurting? You're numb?
No, but it's like when that noise got really, really loud, it started to feel like I was being like, there was like a vortex, like a tornado.
It is. It's like a tornado. I'm getting this tingling, weird.
Yeah. And I'm hearing voices coming through there. Gigi, can you mute your mic? Is it a technical issue?
Haley's getting hit over and over. Multiple voices now. And everybody's getting. Anybody else feel the energy drain? I totally felt the
Yeah. Oh, Haley, or Gigi, what'd you do? Oh, back. It's cutting in and out, and theoretically, it's coming from you. Gigi, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, hi.
But if that sound is coming from your source,
I'm not hearing it. And I have that's why I keep doing this. I'm
you're
not hearing.
You're not hearing any of this?
No, not the white noise that you guys are talking about. I'm not getting that.
Or the free. It's like chatter. You're not hearing any of that.
No.
Can you mute your mic for 1 second to see if that isolates it? Oh,
Quiet.
as soon as you mute your mic.
Quiet.
Haley says this is awful. He's very intimidating. He says he can control everyone and he will consume.
Because remember, you're also not. It's the mist that comes and goes, and this person first found refuge outside in the barn. That was where he was when they were at church. And he was there even. He was there even the day he had observed and he had watched. So
like you're doing, Gigi.
Like you're doing, Gigi.
Oh, Gigi.
I know. Gigi, you're in the barn.
Oh my God.
So here's the thing. I wanted to go up in the bar because it is like super scary up there, but it's got a metal roof now. So like the service was a no-go, but it is incredible up there. And that's where I wanted to go live from, was up there. Because there are theories that he hid up there and did all that stuff, and it would have been incredible to be up there to be able to do that, but the service was a no-go.
A no-go. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, Courtney.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Courtney.
So we've only been on 57 minutes. Okay. My phone usually lasts the entire time. Sometimes every around the last like 2 minutes, plug it in. I just got a low battery, like 10%. So my camera is being drained.
Oh no!
So fast. I have batteries. Hold on. I have to plug it in, but I feel like that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like right now. And my K2 is at red.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm just like being overwhelmed with whatever is in here.
Yeah. And you haven't gone upstairs yet.
I haven't even gone upstairs yet. And I don't like, Gigi, I know you're outside, like across the little yard, but like I'm honestly afraid. I'm like really and truly afraid to go upstairs because I feel like I can't stop being scared and it's going to feed off that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm wondering if, I know that this is scared and alone, guys. I do. I get it. But I'm wondering if, Gigi, you can come at least sit down here in the kitchen with a light. While I go upstairs.
I wanted to make a comment. Haley said something about a cigarette. So we were told today that a bloody cigarette butt was also found.
Yeah. But that was found up in the attic, right? Wasn't that?
My understanding, it was at the table.
Oh.
From what we heard today from the guide. Because it was by the sandwich and the other things that were left there. Trying to get myself together here.
How about satanic rituals? Were there any satanic rituals there?
Sounds coming from the stairs. There's sounds coming from the stairs.
All right, I'm on my way.
Guys, audience, everybody, I know that this isn't what we do, but like I have never felt so unsafe in my life. I cannot just
go upstairs if you feel unsafe.
No, I feel like I can do. I feel like I can do it if she's in here with me at least. You're gonna have to probably be muted.
Okay.
So Courtney, you're coming into the house.
I've been in the house. I've been in the kitchen.
Yeah, no. I mean, Gigi. I'm sorry, Gigi. You're coming in. Are you packing up and
Gigi,
walking over? Yeah. And Richard Lil, you just said don't go upstairs. Why not?
Don't go upstairs, because the major thing is we want to protect you, Courtney. And if you cannot go up alone, don't go up alone. If you need to have someone with you, Gigi, come with her. But I'm all about provoking. I'm all about having fun. But at the same time, there was such rage that these people were murdered with, and that in that room at the top of the stairs, there's so much rage there.
Patty, do you concur?
I concur. I've got the chest pressure. I've got the trance state. I can't even think clearly. And if this is all stuff that's foreshadowing what could happen to her, so she's got to keep her wits and she's got to feel safe.
All right, we're gonna go up together. Is everybody okay with that?
I'm gonna leave my camera on down here, so they can still see in the kitchen.
So to be scared and almost
mute your camera though.
Yes, we got a lot of feedback, Gigi. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do Scared In together upstairs. It's a new show, new season.
Yes, welcome
season,
to hour 2. Yes,
new
we
season,
are Scared In
this
together.
There's a light right there. But I grabbed there's KT's on the guy.
Okay, yeah, I got one right here.
Okay.
Be really careful on the stairs.
What?
Be really careful on the stairs. I mean, keep in mind, this is someone who wants to.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now what I feel like is going to happen. Oh my God.
Don't let them try to push you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's me. No, that.
Hold the rail.
Very top.
Okay, whose camera?
I feel like I'm at the very top of the stairs. And the boogeyman is out at me. That's
We got this.
we can have this all until.
When I was outside, that's where it was.
Wow.
That's the curtain that was moved when you were in this other room.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Back off. Not you.
We're also using this signal, so you're both choppy at the moment.
What? We're both choppy.
So
Hold on. Oh my God, it's oppressive up here.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Okay, I just heard move.
Me too.
Oh my God. Well, now we're stuck
What?
upstairs.
We heard movement.
We heard move. He
Okay.
said move.
Move? You heard move?
I heard move.
I heard scuffling.
I heard move. Like it was like right here. Move. And
so
why
where's the bed and where's the attic door?
right there.
So the bed is right here.
Right. So that's the bed that Mr. and Mrs.
I'm-
Gore were lying.
Yes.
I'm
And right
standing in
across
the same. I'm standing in the same spot. I'm just turning. Right. These are the
Yeah.
stairs right here
Okay.
that we just came up. There's a
That's
window.
the door.
There's a bed. Mirror. There's a hatchet
Ooh.
mark up there, which I'll show you in a second. And then that's the attic door.
That's the attic door?
Yep.
are you in the room where the parents were killed?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And look up here.
Is there a mark on the ceiling?
Yes.
They say that he swung the axe with such force that it knocked some of the plaster out of the ceiling.
Do you see it?
Is that hole there?
Yep.
Oh, there. Wow. Okay.
I don't know if you
The-
can tell if it's translating fast, but it's like indented. It's not just like a
Yeah,
scuff.
and the parents were the first ones killed. They say that he went in there with the low light from the lantern, lifted up the axe, and he hit the father, Josiah. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
He killed him first with probably with the single strike, but then I think there must have been so much anger because I think he hit him 3 times, and I think it was on the 3rd strike that he knocked the plaster out of the ceiling. And then Sarah, who was sleeping next to him, his wife, then he whacked her right after that.
So right where we're standing right now, based on the hatchet mark, which is right behind me, is where he was standing. So I'm looking down at this right here. And this is such a surreal feeling right now, standing here. I feel, I'm not even, like, it's not even funny. I feel like I'm changing.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Richard Lell, you're holding your head.
I have just I don't know. It just feels so much pressure behind my eyes. Like it just I can't explain it.
I feel like I'm in him. And this is very different than who I felt downstairs.
Patty, are you feeling this?
Yeah, I'm in, like I said, the head pressure is getting worse. The chest pressure is getting worse. The trance state, like can't pay attention, like I'm being taken over. I'm trying.
I feel like,
from
hold
her.
on. I feel like I'm wearing heavy boots.
Oh.
I'm wearing Crocs, but I feel like I'm wearing heavy boots. Like, and like blue pants, a white shirt, a dirty white shirt, a t-shirt, or my sleeves are rolled up, and I'm mad.
Mad?
I'm so mad. And I want to take it out on them.
And when you look,
I don't think
the attic
think
door,
they were.
What's your K2 meter doing?
It's dead.
Courtney, can I ask you your name? Can I ask some names? Since you're feeling
No.
things. Is your name Frank? Is your name George? Are you Henry?
Huh.
Are you Joe?
Henry.
Lynn.
Keep conscious, Courtney.
Are you William?
The meter's dead like them.
Courtney, I think you need to go outside.
Yeah, but there's,
Courtney,
yeah, we do.
Courtney,
There's
go
like
outside.
noises,
Go outside right
crazy
now.
going on
Courtney, go
here.
outside.
Let's
Courtney,
listen to Richard Lell on this one.
Courtney, step outside.
Just go down the stairs, step outside.
Safely,
Gigi,
safely.
why don't you join her? And we'll go to Richard Lell and ask what brought that on, Richard Lell.
It's, you know what? It's too much.
I know you don't.
Courtney is, you know, I like to tease Courtney, but Courtney is one of the nicest, kindest, best persons in the world. And it overwhelms me to see this energy taking over. And it's hard for me to see that.
Yeah, I get that. Courtney, are you outside?
Yeah, she's outside. She's taking a moment.
Okay. Richard Lell, let's look at your painting. What did you just do? You had a lovely landscape, and now there's a red axe going right through that, straight out of The Shining, frankly. What? And 1912. That just came up?
Yep. And there's a man in the window.
That's phenomenal. Are you considering this a finished piece now?
I think so. I think if I did anything else, it would detract.
Wow. Because normally you take a couple of hours to finish one. This is the first one I think I've ever seen you done complete within the hour.
Well,
Amazing.
you know, I contemplated painting that little girl that I saw over and over and over with the little bows in her hair.
Yeah, Ina.
Ina, but I felt like she should not. She didn't want to be there in the first place. She liked looking in the mirror. She liked playing with the things on the dresser. She didn't want to be there.
Mm.
And I felt it was wrong for me to paint her there when she didn't want to be there.
Got it. Good idea. Patty, how are you feeling now that Courtney's outside? Is the
Um,
pressure changed?
The pressure
I'm
has
inside.
gone down some, but she still really has to keep conscious. It's trying to take her over. It really is trying to take her over.
Wow.
And she's not used to that, so
Yeah.
she has to be careful.
And
Right.
essentially, Patty had asked
Okay,
about Courtney's left hand. You said, "How's your left hand feeling?" And Courtney said she was holding the K2 in it, but she was holding the K2 in her right hand. The murderer
No,
was left-handed from the forensic. All the forensics seemed to indicate that the murderer was left-handed, was swinging with the left hand. So it's real interesting that Patty, that you were picking up on that.
Oh, it was just on fire.
my camera is mirrored, so that was my left hand. It
Okay,
my
okay.
left
That was your left hand.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
still, it would be the murderer. And did it drain your K2 in the left hand? Did it drain your K2? Did that
It's
get
like
drained?
constant, it was a constant red in my left hand, which I think going up those stairs, I'm back me a little bit again, but like I feel like I know things now. Like I went upstairs, I could feel it. I don't know if maybe that's what I was afraid of happening in the first place, but whoever that was not what was down here with me before. And as I was coming back downstairs and I went outside and I took a breath, I said to Gigi, I want to go in the attic. I want to go in the attic. But then the thought popped in my head, I want to go in the attic, but I don't know. I don't want to go look and see what happened to those children up there, which is the other way. Like, it was still like it was a part of me. I don't want to go see what I did to them. I don't want to look at what I did to them upstairs.
You gave the interesting laugh when we asked the name.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh.
That was me. That was me.
You gave a really creepy laugh when we said the name Henry. And Henry Lee Moore was one of the suspects. And it's like he's got the same last name as the family, but he wasn't related. And he was a suspected serial killer he was convicted of killing his mother and grandmother with an axe. He could have had anywhere from 2 to 25 victims in crimes committed in 1911 and 1912.
So I felt like one of the things that came into my brain, and I tried to get out of my mouth, but it wasn't working very well, is that I was taking my anger out on them, but my anger wasn't directed at them. They were an easy target. It was like opportunity. I had the opportunity to take my rage out, and I did.
So it wasn't focused on them. You just happened to be in that house at that time.
Like, it wasn't personal. It was because they were easy to get to.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
And axes were very easy to come by then. You know, in 1911, 1912, every house that you went to pretty much had an axe hanging out outside that would have been laying around. So,
and nobody locked their doors back then.
Yeah, not a lot of people did.
No,
especially in a town like Villisca.
So Courtney,
I want to go in the attic.
You do want to go in the attic?
Yeah, I want to go in the attic. But you gotta come with me.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna call this
still
out
with
right
you?
now. When we were coming down, there was like the toys were being played with. I can't even talk right now. So the toys were being played with. You're halfway possessed trying to come down the stairs. I'm not trying not to run over you.
What toys?
I don't know what toys, but there's like
In
the attic.
Okay.
That's why
In the attic?
Well, I'm asking that because the first thing that I thought of when I went outside was I want to go back upstairs, but I don't want to see what I did to those children.
So
not the grown-ups, the kids. So there's another room upstairs where the kids were murdered.
I think we go to the attic. Let's go to the attic.
Yes.
And then I want Courtney, after you go to the attic, I want you to go into the kids' room. It's important that you go.
Should I go into the kids' room first, do you think?
No. Go to the attic first.
Go to the attic first, then the kids' room, according to Richard Lell.
Well, the attic has a little something extra, so get ready.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I heard about this.
You're gonna love that.
I don't think
this is
it's even good adding something like this to a place like this. I'm worried about it.
I am too.
Hey,
and I'll tell you.
and
I'll tell you why when we get there.
Yep.
Courtney, real quick.
Yep.
Be so careful on the stairs. I mean,
Yeah.
there's something there that wants to injure you, and the stairs are where it can happen. If you get freaked out when you get to the top, or you get freaked out somewhere, please just be careful on stairs.
Yeah.
All right. Gigi, you okay?
Not sure. Like lots. Yeah.
Oh, my light just went bright.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, it's gonna get worse as you go up. Haley says
No. Yeah. So we have to stop and talk about this right now, right here on the stairs. In the attic is a doll. That doll is filled with dirt. That doll traveled around, lived in different haunted places. And then the person that created it collected dirt from locations like sites of serial killer murders. And earlier today, I took a picture. I sent it to our producers that outside the attic door, there was a little pile of dirt. And people have said that this doll moves around, walks around. People have gotten it on EVP laughing, and it's set off REM pods and everything else. And right outside the door to the attic was a little pile of dirt.
From the doll?
I don't know, but it's coincidence. I don't know. But now I'm walking up the stairs, and David's telling me to be careful on the stairs.
Oh,
What?
Literally just came down these stairs.
That just showed up.
I didn't see it before.
Yeah, we didn't even hear it crunch when we came down.
Right.
Like we'd feel.
And I'm wearing Crocs. I should have felt that.
Oh my gosh. And where's this doll? You said it was in the attic?
In the attic, sitting between the Amityville windows.
did you put the doll there? Did you bring the doll?
Nope.
It was just there in the house.
Yes.
It was put here. Yeah.
It's
Is it still there?
With any other haunted.
I don't know. If it's not still there, I think I'm gonna need a pair of Patty's Power panties in a certain color.
Wow. Putting the doll there, it's a. I mean, to me, it seems like a horrible idea. There's so much going on in there already, and that's just another vessel for the things, like what Richard Lay was talking about with the thing with the red eyes. The doll's just another vessel for that to utilize on people, and it's got the energies from other places. This is all pretty intense.
Okay, so let's go into the attic.
Do we go in the attic?
Yeah.
Go in the attic.
Yeah.
Off these stairs, I do not feel safe.
I feel better.
Oh.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I want to cry.
All
right. So let's show them.
Yeah.
That's the doll.
And that's about the dirt that came from all the serial killers.
Yeah, and this is the dirt.
Oh my gosh.
But this is also the attic where supposedly the killer was hiding.
Right. For up to 2 hours while everybody was at church, and then they came back at 9:30. And then he waited for everybody to bed.
This is where he waited for them to go to sleep.
Right. And then popped out theoretically.
Which is very convenient because I'm standing where the door to the attic entrance to the attic, and the bed is right there.
That close.
That's the parents' bed. It's like direct.
Yeah.
All right, we're going in?
Yep, I got K2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do this.
The ceiling is very low and there's a lot of nails sticking out of it. Oh, good. There's a mirror in here too. That's not terrible.
Oh, good.
Cool. I'm going to sit in the chair. Oh, there's several mirrors. So cool. Let's talk about this because all of the mirrors, are covered. I said that earlier. And there's 2 mirrors in this room that are uncovered. Floor that are going nuts.
Keep in mind too, there is absolutely no electricity in this house to help those along.
Right. So anything the K2 is doing is strictly.
There's no interference.
But this is also to
Oh,
Robert. We found out that this doll, people have written letters to this doll, apologizing for taking pictures without permission.
I don't remember that doll being there in 2010 when I was there.
I don't think it was.
How did it get there?
Someone made it and brought it here.
Oh my gosh. This is giving me a headache just talking about it.
I have a
Patty,
headache.
what are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm just gone. I just keep sending Courtney get clarity and strength.
I feel it, Patty. I feel it, right? I feel it. And I think that what we need to do, because just like David said, this does not mix right now.
No.
We're dealing with a lot of other things. We don't need to be dealing with this. So what I feel like I need to do, and everyone else can do it with me, is block out that. It's in here. We can't do anything about it. But I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on the fact that this is where, like, we're here to talk about this crime that happened, this horrible thing that happened. And this is where supposedly this killer, this coward, hid while these people went to sleep. And then did this horrific thing. So I'm going to, even though it's in front of me, I'm going to ignore it. It doesn't exist in my field of vision. And we're going to focus on the murder. And I don't know where Patty, I'm buying the power panties, because if you can send me this through the screen, because I feel it.
Okay, I'm sending them to you. You got them wrapped around it.
Courtney.
Or power Pampers, as somebody noticed.
Yeah. What the
God, that scared me.
What was that?
I just almost said a swear word.
I heard it. What happened?
I just caught it. Okay, there's a toy. But I think you kicked it right by accident. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it scared
but it made it.
Ready to run.
I literally, Patty, I have power panties of my own now. They're brown.
But look, now that we set that there, that one's almost going up to red.
Look,
like that was.
Yeah, but I'm not dealing with that over there. That's not. We're not playing that game. Okay, so this is the door that he came out of.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he hid.
Okay.
He stood there by the door. He stood there. Good long time.
Mm-hmm.
Listening. He stood there and he stilled his breath.
Fuck. What the heck is that?
Do you hear that?
There's
Stop.
Coming up the stairs.
Who is that? That might be a mouse.
Well, let's hope so. I am like so
no, that
cold
really
right
that
now,
sounds
like hot in this house. Like
that sounds like a mouse.
Okay.
Still.
It sounds like it's like scratching on something. That's what I'm going to tell myself, because there's no way out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we can go out those windows that he came.
I can't fit. I'm too fat.
Well, we had a good run.
Wait, this is it. This is how it ends, guys. It's been nice knowing you. I'm so sorry.
And our number one location, we'll say that.
I just saw my breath again, even though it's sweltering up here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my fingers are like blue.
Wow.
Richard Lale. Not only do I can feel that him standing there.
He
didn't question it, and he didn't question it.
Nope.
He didn't have a minute of I don't think I should do this.
Not because he'd done it before.
Mm.
He knew it was a fix.
Yeah.
Okay. So he stood there at the door with an axe, waiting for everybody to come home, and then popped out, went to that bed first, then went to the bedroom where the 4 kids were, and then went downstairs and finished off the other 2. Is that right?
Yeah, he was in there when they were eating. They had lunch or late lunch. And so he was there, and he waited till they went to bed.
Oh,
and here's the thing. This is what I can say now. I've thought about this long and hard over the years. I didn't understand. These walls are so thin.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear what's happening outside. I can hear. That's why any slight movement sounds huge, because these walls are so thin.
So
he would have had to not clear his throat, not caught the control that went into sitting in this room for that long.
Insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Oh, I'm getting chills.
Though there is something that's very funny though.
Funny?
Because his
Let's hear it.
like an ankle popped or some sort of creak, and he stayed real still, and one of the kiddos noticed it, but it was like they didn't register.
Oh my gosh.
So I weirdly had a conversation today. After we had come here, we went to go get food at a gas station. And someone stopped me because it's a small town, so they know why we're here. And someone asked me about, or started talking about, you know, when their parents or whatever, you know, they didn't believe in ghosts or it wasn't a thing or whatever. And I said it was a thing, but old houses settle, houses make noise. We excuse it all away. And that literally came out of my mouth earlier today.
Yep.
Oh.
It was, but it was like his foot. He adjusted his foot, and it was an ankle pop, a creak, just a releasing of gas of the joints, and it was
Enough.
It was enough. He was afraid he was going to get caught. In fact, what I see is someone had come to the door, and the hand is on the door, and he grips that axe because he thinks it's fight or die. And then I hear someone calling the name, and it's a girl. Someone calls the name, and she turns away from the door, and she goes back. She hears it and she just goes to the door, calls the name, and then he waits.
I back up. You do not get to come here. Richard Little, I was listening to that, getting angry at you because you know too much.
And who you tell back up to?
Him.
I can see him.
What?
He's right there.
Where?
My right side.
Yeah.
But he's back a little bit by that. What is that? A bed rail or what is that?
Yeah. Bed posts. Yeah.
Somebody just trailed. Oh, it feels like someone's running their finger up my back.
The middle? Mine was in the middle of my spine.
Don't touch me. Oh,
I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this to the energy, the being that is here, whether it be this man or whether it be the mist or whether it be that red-eyed creature, whether it be the little girl that is not the little girl, the one that is masquerading as a child. You cannot touch anyone in that house. You cannot touch any physical being who is here. You are not allowed to touch my friends who are in this house. You cannot touch them.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah,
this is a
chimes.
Wind chime.
And there's no wind.
It's moving.
We have not touched it. We're sitting here frozen. Well, you guys are watching us, but that is literally, I looked up and it's moving. It was moving harder.
I'm going to tell you right now, like, again, I know this is not normally how we do this, but if I hadn't, honestly, if someone else hadn't been up here with me, I don't think I would have come back downstairs that first time.
Right.
No, you wouldn't have.
Chilling.
It was heavy.
Why don't we go now to the where the children were sleeping in the other bedroom and get out of the attic space?
Yeah, can you grab that? Oh my goodness. Let me heave my giant body out of this chair.
So careful on the stairs.
We're not,
We're gonna go down the stairs. We're going to go to the other room in the upstairs.
Wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Stop. Move.
Gigi?
Was that what? I just showed you guys this floor.
Yeah.
That quarter wasn't there, was it?
No, there was dirt there.
The dirt's right there.
Yeah.
And there's quarter right there.
Wow.
We'd have to go back and
there's coins. There's coins all over the floor. There's just a noise in the attic. There's coins all over the floor. But I feel like I would have noticed a coin in the middle of the floor.
Yeah. Did somebody have a loose pocket?
No. People leave them.
Yeah, offering. There's tons of offerings here.
Oh.
All right, we're in the room. That mirror is not covered.
So now here 4 children were sleeping. Is that correct?
My ankle hurts now.
Yeah, his ankle hurt. That was what popped. He actually,
It's my right ankle.
and as he swung in the first room, he actually he banged his right ankle as he turned around to go into the other space. So he banged it pretty hard, even maybe with the axe as he went to set it down.
Oh my God.
I feel like I sprained it.
Are you okay, Courtney?
Yeah, I didn't do anything to it, but we're in the kids' room right now.
Okay.
There's another axe mark on the wall in here.
Where? Oh my God.
And 4 kids murdered in here. Herman was 11, Catherine 10, Boyd 7, and Paul 5. And these were all the Moore children. You read different accounts. Some of them never even knew it was about to happen. Some of them, it seems like they woke up at the last second, right before they were snuffed out.
Wow. So, Courtney, what are you feeling?
Sad. I said this earlier today,
Courtney?
but it just didn't. Yeah.
I want you to go look in the mirror, please. It's not covered.
It's not covered. Well, it's covered a little bit, but that's me. I can see my face now.
Okay. For one thing, you can see your face. This is Courtney. You can see your face.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's really important. We see Courtney's face. And now that Courtney can see Courtney's face, I want Courtney to tell that monster that you know what he did and you're ashamed of him, like his mother was ashamed.
I'm standing in this room where you did what you did. It was disgusting and despicable. What kind of a coward hurts children? I'm ashamed of you. Your mother is ashamed of you. You don't belong here. You don't belong you never belonged here.
And everybody can see what you did.
Yeah, and I'm going to show them. That's what I'm doing here now. I'm showing them what you did. You think you can enter my space? Absolutely not. I'm in charge. And I'm going to tell everybody what kind of a coward you are. Disgusting, vile piece of crap.
Uncover the mirror 100%.
Can you do that?
And tell them everybody can see now.
Yeah, wide open. Everyone can see. Does that scare you? Want to look? We're all looking. Oh, I just felt like someone cupped my chin. I'm hot. Yeah.
He's right there.
And people in the comments, Jay is saying he likes that and it's feeding. That's feeding him. And it is. Because there's the funny thing about this serial killer, this is that he didn't want to look at it, but now that it's done, he kind of likes it. He likes that energy. He likes it.
So why did he cover the mirrors then?
He was ashamed. It was mostly because of he was infiltrated with a spirit, and it was more of looking at himself, and he. To tell you that, I'll tell you a quick story. A long time ago when I was going to college, I went out on the road And this woman pulled out in front of me and she was going really slowly. And I started screaming at her. I thought I was going to be late. And I was screaming and yelling to her to get her out of my way. And she didn't. And she was going on her business and it was fine. And then the veins were popping in my head and I was screaming, get out of the road, get out of the road. And then I saw my reflection in the rearview mirror and I looked like a monster. She didn't. I looked like a monster. He covered it because he, in that rage, looked like a monster. In that dim light of that candle, of that lantern, he was a monster.
Right.
That's why he covered the mirror. It wasn't shame. It wasn't shame for what he did. It was shame for what he looked like in that moment.
Well, you looked hideous. So there you go. You did look like a monster because you are a monster. I'm going to recover this so I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to leave things how I found them.
Patty, I'm looking at you right now and you seem, you're shaking your head. You seem overwhelmed by something.
I'm completely overwhelmed. I'm trying to pull that energy off of Courtney. My teeth are clenched. My head is in a vice. Yeah, I'm trying to be conscious. Like I was telling her to be conscious. It's really hard.
Are you having a hard time?
I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. But you guys are doing good. You keep let her keep hearing it from each of us here to keep us in the moment so he can't take over anymore.
Right. David?
What's the symbol? Haley's in the comments saying someone needs to find the symbol. It needs to be fixed. Do we know anything about a symbol there?
I don't.
Other than axe slashes in the wall, that wouldn't be a symbol. Say.
Oh, you know what's funny? If you put those two things together, so when we were on the tour today, the guy was talking about the horrible like plaster job on the ceiling because it was torn to bits.
The whole ceiling was?
There was like gouges everywhere. So now if you look at the ceiling, there's like terrible plaster jobs like over here.
Oh, is this the 1990s renovation job?
I think so. Mm-hmm. And that the axe mark that we showed you earlier in here was found behind wallpaper, so they walled over it.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
So they just hid the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling grossed out myself. So this is fantastic. Where's Gigi? Is she still with you?
Yeah, she's laying in the bed over there.
Laying on the bed. Gigi, good Lord.
I'm sitting on the bed, but I have a thought.
Yes.
He threw someone, or I think it was him now, but threw my food on the floor.
Yeah.
I think we go finish his meal because he was too scared to do it. So we show that we're stronger than him by going to finish his meal.
I think you're right. I was just thinking that, Courtney.
You were. Is
So
that the symbol then that needs to be fixed?
Yeah. Maybe. I have a pounding headache, like right here. It's like someone's drilling in my head.
Your right hand side, right behind your eye?
Yeah. Well, in my center.
Yeah. Mine's right.
I got that too. I thought it was just my blood pressure. But,
well, yeah, maybe.
Stop sharing that.
I know. We don't need that. All right.
We got enough going on.
All right, let's go downstairs.
Okay, downstairs. Richard Lell, that painting now, is that considered finished?
I think so. Yeah. I don't.
There's more dirt.
Okay, let's just keep going.
There's more dirt. There's more dirt further down the stairs.
Dull dirt?
Remember the little pile of dirt on the stairs?
Yeah.
The little pile of dirt on the stairs? There's another pile of dirt on the stairs, but it's lower. Closer to the bottom stairs.
That you hadn't seen before.
All right. Sorry. Richard, keep talking about your painting. I apologize to interrupt.
No. We are worried about you. That's the important thing. I'm safe.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, the painting is just that. It has a bloody axe.
Where we can see all these paintings.
Yeah, you can find them on my Instagram account, Richard Lillard or the Gentleman Psychic. I don't remember which one. I'll put them on both. It's fine. I don't normally get nervous, but Courtney has me a little bit nervous tonight.
Right. But that, yeah, we're all kind of a
Shut
little.
your face.
Guys,
What?
okay, I have this that I just bought. Okay, on the floor.
Wait,
I bought
you
ham.
lost it up.
I bought
I can't.
Can you hear me?
No. Hang on, Courtney. You're compressing. Something electronically is going south. We can't hear you. Start again. Slow it down.
Hear me now?
Yeah, your signal's way too low. It was fine before, but now we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear us? No, you're still low compression.
I'm gonna go outside. Hold on.
This doesn't read on
All we get there are individual pictures of you being frightened.
No, I'm not. Are you okay?
Oh my gosh. Now we lost Courtney. Courtney and Gigi both got lost in the house just when they were about to eat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Courtney,
Can
you're
you hear me
back.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were perfectly fine on my end. Here's what happened. He doesn't want me to sit at the table and do this.
No,
I went and sat down at the table
Yeah.
and I opened the bag of food that I bought. I purposefully bought a package of ham because I knew about the bacon
Right.
and I wanted to mimic that, but be able to actually eat it. So I bought a package of ham. I just sat down at the table. I went to tell you that I opened the bag and the ham is gone.
What do you-
And then my signal went out and I couldn't communicate with you.
the ham's gone how? Like it's not there?
It's not. No,
whole
and
package
the whole
is
package is
gone.
gone. And I had Gigi check on the floor where the bag fell, and it's not in the house.
What? Ooh. Eddie, I'm doing the same thing you are. Just chills. I
But
know.
if we wake up with that package here,
Like I literally bought that on purpose to mimic this situation.
yes.
Yeah.
And he threw my bag on the floor. I'm sure that it was him, so I'm going to say that. But he threw my bag on the floor, and my ham is gone.
I just want to point out, Courtney, I want to point out that when you were upstairs, you were referring to yourself in the first person when I swung the axe, when I walked into the room. And now you are saying he.
He's
Just-
taking the ham.
I
Just
feel
so-
anger again, but I feel like righteous anger right now. Like I'm mad at him.
Yeah.
Right? He stole your ham. And this
He
is in
took my
reference
ham.
to the bacon, the 2-pound slab of bacon that was wrapped up in the room
Right.
that he left behind.
I was
Or-
gonna buy bacon as a trigger object and have it in the kitchen, but then I decided I'd rather be able to actually eat it. So I got ham. And I'm like, this asshole, excuse me, sorry, stole my ham.
Oh my gosh.
Where in the
Yeah.
house is my ham?
Yeah.
So you know what's going to happen?
I'm
It's
gonna
going to
find
show up. He's going to return it to you later on to let you know that he's still with you.
No, that's absolutely not allowed.
I see
And
just the pepper popping up in the
when
morning.
they can manipulate something this strong, I mean, when you start going with like these tangible objects like this disappearing, a lot of times they reappear somewhere else. And with this one, I believe that that's going to be his way of letting you know.
Oh.
I
And
think
because he's a killer. He's a serial killer. That's what he does. And he likes to toy with the victims. That's why he lies in wait. He can do that for hours. He and now that their time doesn't exist for him.
Well, I'm gonna
can
tell
do
you
it
something right
online.
now. Power. I don't have the power panties on, but I feel the power. Okay, he is not coming home with me. He is not coming anywhere near me ever again unless I'm inside this house and I'm allowing it. And
Right.
I'm not. What I'm not allowing is you don't get to come inside me ever again, but you can be in my vicinity and put my ham back, or else.
Well, and I would recommend not eating the ham, even if you find it again.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not
I would-
going to eat any of the food that I got because
little ham.
Huh?
Yes, exactly. It's already the best before date was yesterday, frankly. So
I'm gonna go get new ham. Is what I'm gonna do.
right. Oh my gosh, that is terrifying.
I think I would not get any ham. I think I would
Oh.
leave that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get new ham, and it's gonna stay in my hand because we have this house for the whole night. I'm gonna get new ham. It's gonna stay in my hand. I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna eat it loudly.
You're not staying there tonight, are you?
Oh yeah, we are.
You're sleeping overnight?
You're not sleeping
I don't
overnight
know.
there.
Yeah,
Upstairs?
we're here all night. I'm
Or
not sleeping. I'm not sleeping anywhere.
Are you going to be streaming it on your Instagram?
Yes. So we're gonna take a break, a big break, probably at least an hour, because we need to regroup. But we're gonna. It's Sarah's. It's Gigi's 4-year anniversary for her podcast, Paranormal XL. So this was all to celebrate her 4-year anniversary. So we haven't been inviting our viewers to send in dares for us to do. Now, knowing what we know now, the rules are going to change a little bit because
dares got to be outside.
Dares are outside.
You're not safe outside either. The thing is, you're not safe outside either because remember the mist, remember the barn, remember the little girl who's not a little girl. Remember these beings that
Yes. But the thing is, Richard Lill, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I agree with you, but I feel more myself and more powerful and more in control outside than I do in the house.
Good then.
And so that's why we keep coming out here, because it puts us back in our spot. So we invited people to give us these dares so that we would complete them. There's going to now be limitations, knowing what we know. But we will be streaming live after and at various times because we're here all night. So.
And what bed are you going to sleep in?
I'm not sleeping.
In the car?
Yeah, maybe in the car.
In the car. But
On
you
the
spend
grass?
the whole night there.
I'm going to sleep on the grass.
Oh my gosh.
Are you going to do a Ouija board, Lo?
I didn't bring one, but I thought about it.
Maybe do some automatic writing and see if it wants to send a message.
I wonder about that because I feel like I had a pretty close call.
I think I do have a pendulum, so we can.
Pendulum, I would
that
do.
too.
Good.
I think what if you bring not a doll from the car and introduce her to the one?
Oh, absolutely not. I was like, not a doll. I brought Black Phillip inside. Black Phillip is my comfort animal inside.
She won't let me bring not a doll in.
Not a doll is not allowed.
Not allowed now.
Okay.
I tried.
Well, you are the bravest woman in paranormal, Courtney. I would think after these 2 hours.
Why did my light dim?
What?
Are you kidding me?
It does that. It's got a controller.
What is that doing?
I know, but I
Probably going bad.
my light is dying.
I
Are you
thought that
kidding
was
me
like
right
a
now?
4-hour light. What the? Who?
Are you joking? We have to go rescue Black Phillip. We have to perform a rescue operation.
Wait, where is he?
He's inside.
Such weird.
He's on the table.
No.
Yeah, he came in to help me because he was safe, but not a doll was not. Hold on. We're going to get him. I'm going to get him.
Where are you now?
Now we're in the house again. I'm leaving.
Please out.
Oh my God, someone came down the stairs.
Oh my God.
Hey, careful on stairs.
Hold on.
He's
I need to.
Stairs.
No, I wasn't on the stairs. Someone was coming down the stairs.
Okay.
The
Okay,
doll?
we're outside again.
And listen, Courtney, when you're there tonight, seriously, be careful because something there's gonna try to hurt you.
Yeah, I feel it.
And it's not a joke. I mean, be really careful on those stairs because something if they can move the food, if they move the ham, it means they've got that power to do some things. And the best way that they could get you, if they can't pick up an axe and they can't swing an axe today because they don't have enough strength for that, pushing you down the stairs could have the same effect. Because I mean, look, every single victim there, what was it, 8 of them, faces smashed in. I mean, beyond recognition. After he had finished them, he beat them in even more. So that's the mission in that house. And that's what you need to be careful of. And the stairs is the easiest way to make that happen.
I agree. I feel it. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I want to go back upstairs for the rest of the night.
I was just
I may stay downstairs.
The stairs were actually one of the scariest things.
Right.
I was pushed downstairs 2 weeks ago at Randolph County Asylum, and it just beyond 2 steps, and my knee still hurts. I twisted it. So be careful. Didn't expect it. I thought I was being careful, but when you're pushed, you're pushed.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you get Black Phillip?
I have him. He's right here.
He's rescued.
He's been rescued. He kept me safe.
Complete.
Not a doll is gonna cause not enough trouble if I send it in there. So that's why Not a Doll did not go in. But Black Phillip, I felt like Black Phillip, because of what we do on Witches Movie Coven, and because he's a symbol for me, like I've put so much of my own energy into him that he was my trigger object, my comfort object while I was in there. Which is why I brought him in, because I think he's safe, because he's surrounded with love. Not a Doll is a menace and does not belong inside there, because I will be coming home with a serial killer if I do that.
Can you go back into that first room?
Yeah.
Because that's the last place where the kids were killed.
Yeah.
Oh, the first the bedroom?
Yeah. Where are you right now? Are you on the first floor again?
What the hell was that?
What?
I have no idea.
I heard a beep and then sound. Was that the radio? Did my radio just go off?
Wait, mine's in my pocket.
I didn't hear it.
Mine's in my pocket.
Literally.
No, mine's in the.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, we had two-way radios so I could call for help.
Yeah.
And before we went upstairs, when I was saying I didn't want to carry everything, and Gigi was inside with me, I took my radio out and I put it in the kitchen on the table. And I just went to reach my hand to the door, and then because I thought David was talking about the kitchen, and then he was actually talking about the bedroom. And I heard the beep, like someone was coming across the radio, and I heard a voice. But the other radio is in Gigi's pocket, and Gigi's hands were standing still.
It'll be interesting to go back and see if we can isolate any voices from that. How close are you to the bedroom where
I'm outside. That's where I am.
Are you going in?
Can we finish up? Are you going into to the room where Lena and Ina were?
Yep. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Gigi, you too, please.
Oh yeah. No. If anyone thinks I'm going here alone,
There
ever
she
again,
is.
That's Ina.
She's the little girl that kept coming to me.
Really?
I don't like that we don't have a light.
I don't.
Where's the light?
I mean, the bow with the bows.
Yeah. In her hair.
That's low.
Yeah, and she was visiting. They were friends with her family, and they had gone to a church service together. They'd all been in a church service. One of the theories is that the killer may have followed them home from the service.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we're in here.
Okay, you back in?
Mm-hmm. We're in the room.
Mirror covered. Mirror covered or uncovered?
It's covered except for a portion of it. I don't know that I can
you
uncover
uncover
all the way because of the things that are on the dresser. It's dark in here. I might knock things over, but there is a portion of it that is uncovered.
Uncovered as much as you can.
Here.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
That sounded like it did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a music
Oh,
box
who are
over
you?
here, but we're just gonna keep going and pretend that didn't happen.
Okay.
I don't see it either. I think it's important to comfort the kids. You look at the ages of kids who died. What you had, 6 kids, 11 years old and younger. And a lot of them might not understand what's going on. So maybe this is a good opportunity to talk to them and explain things. And if their energy is still there, to help them to move on.
Ina and Lena, if you're here, any of the other kids are here, I'm so sorry for what happened to you. You did not deserve that. You are safe now. Oh my God. I just almost fell. You're safe now. I can't do it. I just felt like someone hit me on the back of the head and like my knees went out.
Wow.
You're safe now. We love you. We're here to comfort you. It's okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
The kid too.
Oh.
It's okay.
It is okay. We can play. We are here all night. We will play toys with you if that's what you want. I brought new dolls for you guys to play with even. If that's what you guys are interested in.
We will keep you safe. It's going all the way almost up to red.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I can't imagine how frightening it must have been. Nobody deserves it, but you definitely didn't deserve it. I gotta move.
And I think tonight you're going to want to let the mother know that it's not her fault. Let the father know it's not her fault.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen and do that right now because that feels right. Let me recover this mirror.
Hold on, let me put my.
Okay, you ready? What's her name? I don't even know my own name right now. Sarah. I am so sorry that this happened to your family in your house. None of you deserve this, but this was not your fault.
Oh. And now you compress it again. We are losing that signal, which indicates. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no. You're choppy.
Can you hear me now? Give it a second. We just came outside.
Yeah, we can hear you. But this might be a good place to say, Courtney, we wish you all the best tonight. We put up a QR code up on the upper left screen for everybody to get a snap to see how we can follow you on your Instagram as you spend the night there. You and Gigi both are going to be there the whole night?
Yep. So make sure that not only do you follow me at the themes on all the socials, probably it's going to be Instagram, but also Gigi at it's Paranormal XL. So either on the Facebook page or Instagram, which is at XL Paranormal.
Absolutely. And Gigi, congratulations on a 4-year anniversary of your podcast. Thank you for being
and
there.
That's 4 years of friendship with Courtney.
Is. You know what's funny, guys? We were, if I can real quick, we were driving here today. And I met Gigi because she interviewed me on her podcast.
I'm getting emotional
I know.
it.
And we played that first episode because we're the best of friends. And even though we live miles and miles apart, we played back that episode. I'm going to close it. And we talked about, she asked me, it was like 13 questions. She asked me, what is your dream location? And I said, Villisca. And we started talking about how we could go together. And she said to me, we can go. Like, we can do that. We can go.
Into the microphone. You can't. Like,
go. But this was 4 years ago, and so much has happened. And to be here now, to have been today, I mean, I made choices. But, to be here today to celebrate after all this time.
Well, we thank you for sharing that with us. It's been fantastic. We hope for many more episodes, both Scared and Alone and Paranormal XL. Patty, how are you feeling? You look like you have been through the ringer, young lady.
Yeah, I'm going to go take a nice salt bath, jump up and down 1 foot. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Patty. Here's your QR code to follow you to get the power panties. I'm buying it. I think I'm going to buy 3 pairs, frankly. Yeah. I need those as well.
I have some designer ones that you can add. I have some new designer ones that you can add that I made tonight.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay, we'll put those on the list. We'll put them on mystery control.
Thank you so much, Patty. David L. Sloan, thank you as well for adding everything. There's your QR code for the Key West Haunted Fire Hall that you are still the curator. You're the curator, right?
Yeah, we've got Robert the Doll. So I do the ghost tours at the 40 Martello. And then we do some ghost hunts at the haunted firehouse from time to time too. So ghost
Finding Captain Bumfardo.
You got it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
People
And
can
Richard
still-
Bellard, thank you so much. You painted within the hour. This is the Villisca Axe Murder House. So spectacular. We'll find that there if we scan your QR code.
Oh yeah, I'll put it up on all the medias of social, and then of course it's going to find a nice home. So
there it is.
There it is.
Thank you again. And of course, what's that? We say goodbye. Yes.
Wow.
You're breaking up on us still over there for some reason. But again, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing this again, aren't we? This is going to be exciting. So 2 nights in a row of Scared Alone after such a long break. We thank everyone who has joined us. Again, if you recorded any of the audio, please send it to us if you heard anything. And we thank everyone for joining us this live, interactive, paranormal investigation, Scared Alone at the Villisca Axe Murder House. Till tomorrow, when we'll be at another location. We'll see you then.